So this video is really to give you some tips on a piece of kit that I use to make my journey to work more bearable in the winter. So I think these are 5 items that are essential, or at least make your lives better. Okay, so the first of these is obviously a waterproof bag. Now, I've had the bag I use for about 14, 15 years. It's as old as my oldest bike. So I got it almost around about the same time when I started commuting to work. And I've had it ever since. So a good quality bag will last you forever. And the bag that I chose at the time was this Ortlieb messenger bag. It's a roll top bag. It's completely waterproof. And it has a Velcro fastener strap. It's a great bag. You can get all of the stuff you need in. I use it to carry my laptop and clothes, a towel, everything that I need to take to work. One thing that I found with this bag, though, was, and I've got it here, was that the Velcro strap stopped fastening over time. So you find as with Velcro, it kind of becomes a bit rubbish. And this bag's 12 years old, as you can see. What I've done is I've taken one of the waist strap clips and I've actually attached it via the waist strap to form a fastening system. So you can see that this now comes around and fastens close. And actually this is a hack, but it actually much improves the bag. It's much more reliable. So this bag could last me another 10, 15 years. Stop that. So that's the first piece of kit. And I think this is an invariable and useful piece of kit. So after that, I move on, and the second piece that I use more so in the winter. So the winter months, as you know, it gets rainy and cold. So I spent years using overshoes, and I find that overshoes over time, when you're wearing them day in, day out, they get worn out. The zip fastener breaks. So it's not ideal. So what I opted for was these winter boots. So I went for these physique ones. I like the physique shoes. They look very nice. And these ones, they say are waterproof. So you can see they look watertight. They have a zipper fastener at the front. And by and large, on most days they are very good. But it can happen. It does happen that when it really rains, and you find that in the winter, so you get days when it's raining, pelting it down, it's raining cats and dogs, your feet fill up with water. Now, if anyone knows a hack or a way to stop that from happening, I will be immensely grateful, but right now that happens. So, item number 2, the winter boot. I've worn these on anything up to down as far as -13, and they are fantastic. They keep your feet, from really freezing. So you can use these throughout the winter in even the worst conditions. The winter boots. Okay. So if we go on to the next item, I've got these neoprene gloves. Now I bought these ones from Wiggle, DHB neoprene gloves. I think they're the most fantastic value for money gloves you can buy right now. On their website, I saw they were 60% off, so I bought myself 2 new pairs. But these have lasted me for many years, and I was, doubling up on gloves, trying to keep my hands warm. But these are brilliant. They form a layer underneath, so you don't have to wear anything underneath them. You put them on, and I've worn these in the same conditions as the winter boots. You know, your hands get a little bit cold, but it is bearable. So anything up to an hour ride to and from work, you can do. One thing I have noticed is because they rely on you sweating to keep you warm, they do need regular rinsing out, otherwise they start to smell a bit. But these are fantastic value for money, and the other thing as well is they're very pliable and easy to manipulate your fingers, right? So I don't feel like you're wearing clunky winter gloves when you're wearing them. You can actually do operations that you wouldn't normally do with the gloves on. So I find with like thick winter gloves, you have to take them off to actually be able to use your hands. You know, you can't feel them, but with these you can actually feel what you're doing, which is fantastic. Now, item number 4, I've put in my trusty Endura neon water and to some extent windproof jacket, right? This thing is high visibility, and I think in winter you really can't go without being in a high vis kit. You know, I got seen by a colleague going to work one day, and she told me I was lit up like a Christmas tree, and it's partly because I wear this jacket. You know, you can be seen from a mile off, and also I have 2 or 3 lights on the front and back of my bike. So this jacket is probably a staple right the way through the winter months when it's really dark. So November through to about mid to late February. Keeps you warm, you layer up underneath, it's fantastic. And finally, right, you know, I think one of the most annoying things when you're cycling in the winter is that when you're commuting, you're mostly cycling in the dark, and trying to change a puncture in the dark is it's really challenging. So I've put puncture resistant tyres as my final tip for safe cycling in the winter to get you through. So I've gone for these, right? I buy these Continental gator skin hard shell tyres. You know, 2 types. I think they're both probably about as good as each other, right? So I tend to go for the gator skin or the hard shell Continentals, and I've had these last like multiple seasons on my wheels. I've got some at the moment. They've been on my wheels for about 2 years, and I still haven't had a puncture on them. Cross fingers, touch wood. So these are fantastic. So this is that was my list of 5 things that I would say are essential to get you through. I haven't included you know, little things like the beanie under your hat. Some people, you know, hate having cold ears. I hate having cold ears, so I put a beanie under my helmet. You know, that's good because it doesn't affect the dimensions of the helmet inside too much. Cleat protectors, I put them on my shoes when I get to work. You know, these are other things that we could have done a video on. I'll do a video on commuting more generally next, but so look out for this one. But that is my list of 5 things for you to make your life easier going to work, or at least more comfortable in the winter. I hope you found this useful. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.